Hey Gemini, welcome to your tarotscope for the 1st to the 15th of July. I'm Chelsea from Lunar Tarot by Chelsea. Welcome, hi, hope you're doing good. So yeah, you can apply this reading to your sun, your moon, your rising, and your Venus signs. So the 1st to the 15th of July. How is Gemini feeling? What can they be experiencing and expecting? And what's something that they need to be aware of? So, starting off, I feel like you guys have experienced quite a lot of turbulence recently. The moon reversed. I feel like you guys have had a lot of revelations, should I say. The fog is clearing and things are starting to make more sense to you now. I feel like you guys have been experiencing a lot of emotional ups and downs, a lot of things coming to the surface that perhaps you have not been too aware of in that sense. And so this week you are having revelations come to you. You are having things be revealed. And you're kind of understanding more so now why things have happened the way that they have happened and what you need to do from that. So for a lot of you there has been stagnancy. A lot of you have probably been feeling very emotionally withdrawn, perhaps a bit out of balance and a bit all over the place. And this week you will still somewhat feel like that. I'm not saying that it will completely go, but things are being revealed to you now that you are able to more cope with and understand better, because it's answers. It's answers to the things that you have been questioning recently. So, what else can you expect this week, Gemini? So, a lot of you don't really know the path that you want to go down. 7 of Cups. A lot of you don't really know the path that you want to go down, and perhaps all of these ideas and suggestions are coming to you, but that's not the right one, or no, that's not it, that's not something I want to do. There's just different ideas floating around in your head, and I guess for some of you it's hard for you to put into categories what exactly you want, and how to get there, in a sense. So for a lot of you guys, freedom is a huge thing for you. 10 of Cups. Freedom is a huge thing for you. But at the same time, it's like you want freedom, but you also want that sense of stability too. You also want that sense of security too. And so you feel as though in order for you to better learn, you have to be given like free reins, but then at the same time, you want preparations in place, if that makes sense. So yeah, I feel like a lot of you have a lot on your plate right now emotionally. I feel like this could be to do with a romantic connection. Perhaps the shutters are coming off with something that you have been pondering, or something that you haven't really had the answers to. Revelations are now coming up for you. And this could be a romantic relationship, this can be a friendship, something platonic, but I feel like it's more going towards the romantic side of things. Queen of Swords. So yeah, for the first week of July, revelations will be coming up and the fog will be cleared from your vision. You know, it's definitely been turbulent for a lot of you. A lot of you may be feeling a bit drained and a bit as if you don't know if you're coming or going. Especially with the Seven of Cups here, it's like a lot is on your plate right now, or a lot of things are on your mind and it's hard for you to categorize them. It's hard for you to balance them all because it's just a lot, basically. I also feel like for some of you though, a connection that perhaps is platonic will turn romantic. I feel like things will come to the surface and you'll understand why you feel a certain way. And when you feel a certain way, you're then ready to go towards it with the Queen of Swords. You're then ready to steer forward. Like you know the direction that you want to go in next, and so it's not a problem to you anymore. I don't feel like these revelations are a bad thing though. I feel like it's just something that you've been contemplating a lot recently. It's something that you've been perhaps a little bit worried about, perhaps a little bit conscious of, in the sense of, do you trust it? Do you not? I don't know. But yeah, I feel like for a lot of you you will make your mind up within the second week of July. And you're definitely ready to go towards whatever this connection is, because... And the thing is, you may even have a lot of options, because Seven of Cups is about having options there. So for some of you, you may have a lot of options when it comes to people that are intrigued to get to know you. People are definitely intrigued to get to know you, intrigued to get to know what you're about. And perhaps this comes off to you as like uncertainty, because you're like, oh my gosh, this is weird, this is like a lot. Two of Pentacles in reverse. So for the second week of July, you will know exactly what you want and you will be ready to go towards it. And so something that you have been contemplating, something that you have been balancing or trying to get the answers to, you will make up your mind within the second week of July. And if this is something connected to a relationship, be that platonic or romantic, you will decide what is the best steps next to do, if that makes sense. I will also say that for some of you, a lot of childhood healing is coming up. The Ten of Cups can also reflect your family life, your home life, your stability, your, you know, the roof over your head throughout childhood. Perhaps there was no direction in the family home growing up, and so it was very unstable, and so there were many difficulties, many emotional difficulties that came about, and these are now being revealed to you. But this is something that you guys will have to acknowledge, and something that you will have to become understanding with. Because we tend to have this thing, everyone tends to have it, where we see our parents as, you know, people that shouldn't let us down, shouldn't support us, King of Cups, shouldn't not support us, sorry, and people who, you know, should be our idols. But we've got to understand that even though we look up to these people, they are not perfect in any way, shape or form. They're still learning, they're still trying to, you know, get things right. They're doing the best that they can with what they know best at that time, if that makes sense. And for some of you, it's somewhat hard to get around that concept because a lot of emotional difficulty was brought up during your childhood. And I understand that. That's completely understandable. But you have to get to a point of understanding and compassion and realizing that, okay, that doesn't define me. Just because I had experienced that in my childhood doesn't mean that, you know, this is going to continue for the rest of my life. Anyways, the King of Cups speaks fluently in his emotion. He knows what he wants. He is well balanced. He knows how to decipher his intuition from his anxiety. He knows how to balance things very well. And so things will become more clearer for you in the second week of July, Gemini. For some of you, emotionally, things have been very up and down. Things have been very imbalanced. But the second week of July will bring that balance to you because you will have clarification on what you want. Whether that's a relationship, whether that's something platonic, whether that's something I feel like it's something in relation to the close people around you. Whether that's family, friends, lovers, acquaintances, what you want from people will become more clearer in the second week of July. Even if that means cutting off some people, even if that means connecting more with some people, you will feel more balanced and more clarity towards the second week of July. I keep saying that, but yeah. So yeah. I mean, you definitely haven't had that much direction recently. And so I feel like for a lot of you, you're looking for that direction. You're looking for that sign to say, okay, it's time to do this or it's time to do that. But, you know, deciding something important like that comes from within yourself. And it needs to be something that is, you know, emotionally balanced for you guys. I know that you guys can see this end of the spectrum and this end of the spectrum, but it's about, okay, what feels best for me? So what does feel best for you, Gemini? What does bring you clarity and support and love? Because anything that doesn't resonate with your heart space, with your spirit, with your soul, it's time to snip. It's time to cut away those cords and move forward. Whether that be with someone else, whether that be with yourself. I definitely feel like a new connection for some of you is on the horizon. And perhaps you're trying to decipher which direction to head in. It can also be related to job opportunities, but it's more in the sense of your emotion and how you feel. So I'm going to go with relationships, platonic, romantic, friends, family, etc., etc. Anyways, that is your tarotscopes for the 1st to the 15th of July, Gemini. I love you guys so much. Thank you for watching. Please comment, like, and subscribe if you guys resonate. If you don't already follow me on Twitter, please do so. It's Luna Tarots. Instagram is Luna Tarot by Chelsea. I love you guys. See you soon.